Hey guys, my name is Natalie and I just got back from a 2-month solo backpacking trip throughout Europe and I saw over 15 countries, which is crazy because before that, I only ever went to Canada and that was it. So it was the United States and Canada and now I'm up to 15. Throughout my journey, I saw many different cities and so I thought I'd put together a list of 3 cities that I think are definitely worth the hype and will definitely fit within your budget as well because they're pretty cheap and affordable and beautiful as well. Let's get right into the list. Up first is Bari, Italy, and I loved Bari so much. Bari, Italy has some of the freshest Italian food out there. It's so fresh, you can literally walk in the streets of Bari and see the old Italian women who are making pasta in their homes and in the streets of Bari, okay? They are literally rolling out the pasta and making the beautiful pasta with their bare hands. It was extraordinary. I loved it. The pasta's good, the pizza's good. I remember going to this amazing pizza spot where there was over like 20 different pizzas you could choose from. I got this really good one and it was less than €5. I was so blown away and it was a full pizza too. The seafood in Bari is amazing too because you're right by the water. And then let's not forget the gelato. The gelato in Bari was so creamy, so fresh. This place right here was the best gelato I've ever consumed and they also put whipped cream on top. I basically inhaled this gelato. One of the main perks of Bari, Italy though is the fact that everything is so dang cheap, okay? Everything is so authentic and fresh as well. So if you really want that Italian experience but you're not trying to drop a ton of money, then Bari, Italy will be the place for you. Number 2 on the list is Lagos, Portugal. If you are in love with mountains but you also love the beach, then Lagos is going to be the place for you. I fell in love with Lagos because it definitely reminded me of Malibu a little bit, where you could go on a beautiful hike and explore these really cool mountains and these cliffs and then all of a sudden walk down the mountains and you'll be on the beach like within 7 minutes or so. The sunsets and sunrises are exceptional. People literally look at sunsets and sunrises as this spiritual ceremony. I'm not kidding. Like when I watched the sunset, there were so many people surrounding me. Everyone surrounding me was like waiting for the sunset to happen and the energy there was just so positive and exciting. I loved it. Okay. I ended up waking up very early one day as well to go and watch the sunrise on the beach, which was amazing. I was the only one on the beach in the morning at like 5 a.m. It was wild. I wonder why, like 5 a.m. is kind of early. Let's get into the food though. The food in Lagos, oh my God. I get chills thinking about this stuff. I went to this place called, I think it was called The Garden. I had the freshest full fish in the world. I mean, they literally just caught this thing and then they grilled it and then put it on my plate. Like I was blown away. The flavor was great. They also threw some potatoes on there as well. Lagos has a lot of different bakeries as well and you'll find a lot of fresh bread and those like pastel del creme things which have like egg in it and they're like these little like egg bites. I didn't like those personally, but they are there. In terms of accommodation, you can get a really nice hotel, which is what I did, for a relatively cheap price. You have the mountains, you have the sunsets, you have the food, you have cheap accommodation, you have warm weather. It's like everything you can ask for in one place. So Lagos, Portugal, throw it on your list, go visit, you won't regret it. Okay, and then the third European city that I think is definitely worth the hype and you should go and visit is Prague, okay? Oh my gosh, Prague was one of the first few cities that I visited and maybe that's why it holds a special place in my heart, but it was so beautiful. I love the historic city center. I could just sit there and people watch all day long. It was so beautiful. Honestly, the gelato was really good there as well. I went to one place like 2 or 3 times in one day. Like it was so good. I'll drop the name up here. Everything was very cheap. These really good desserts. They were called like chimney cones and basically it was like a dough with cinnamon sugar on the outside and they filled it with like this amazing creamy sensation and it's topped with other things. Like I picked chocolate chips and then there's also like a drizzle of chocolate on top. There's a lot of different ways to do the chimney, but okay, Prague does not mess around. I'm not kidding. And then also, it was just absolutely beautiful to walk around. Like, I could walk around Prague all day long and not get bored. It's one of those cities that it's not super popular in terms of like tourism. So you're not going to have 1,000,001 tourists around there, which I loved personally. And I went in the middle of summer. So it was great. There's beautiful bridges to walk across and you're going to get a ton of steps in. It was amazing. Basically, the food, the people, The views, the buildings, everything was perfect. And I had a really good Airbnb too, which helped my experience. I loved Prague, and you should definitely add that to your list. That is it for this video. Those are the top 3 cities that I think you should not sleep on if you are planning your own solo backpacking trip throughout Europe. These cities are definitely inexpensive. There's a lot to unpack and explore in each city, and there's a ton of delicious food that you need to try. I hope you guys love this video, and if you want to see more videos about solo traveling and how to prepare for your first solo backpacking journey throughout Europe, then let me know in the comments down below, and let me know if you've been to any of these cities and what your experience was like. Again, this is just my opinion, so if you didn't like those cities, let me know, and if you also love those cities, let me know too, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.